the stream up. Hopefully my internet is good and stays good tonight. We had a little bit of hiccuping last week, but I think it should be okay. Do. I think that's right. Okay. I'm sure Count will be along soon. He'll get here when he gets here. We'll just start where we'll start with the recap. Not a lot happened, but things happened. So rather than me go through the recap, as I've been doing with sessions lately, I'm gonna give you guys the floor to give us the recap. I don't know if one person wants to do it, or if you guys want to take turns, kind of giving your own experiences as to your perception of what happened last session. What works best for you guys?
So picture this: a cute little Pikachu toy, smoking a joint, with a Dixie cup of whiskey. That's the main thing I remember.
Okay.
No,
That's the main thing I remember too. We got asked to gather together and try and win this little mall turf war. And we're gonna get the soldiers, maybe if the false flag attack, to get them to take on the Cowboys, because we don't like the Cowboys, except the one I fed a full-sized 110mm joint.
Yes. Yeah, we learned all the lore about the 5 different factions. The Littles, who are the animals and shit, who are in the food court, hold that down.
Oh.
Sorry, I was telling my kid or something.
Does that just automatically play when you jump in?
Every time.
I see.
Without fail.
We, the holodeck or holotech people who are like printing an army with their 3D printer, who are like one of the big boys in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the retro toys who are like the cowboys and like the Lego people and shit. Like they're less powerful and kind of more disorganized. Then we got the stuffed toys. What were their deal? They weren't too like militaristic, right?
No, as opposed to being like militaristic for like some of the other factions, they are like almost exclusively capitalists. So like it's a society of capitalists, like led by Tom Nook, who is the king of
Oh yes,
capitalists.
that's right, Tom
So,
Nook.
so like the town is like it just like if you would think of like an Animal Crossing game. Like, there's giant cloud pillows, and each of those giant cloud pillows houses a little mini city. Or like, almost like, it's almost like condos for old people.
Yeah. And who else do we got? We got the dolls with the leader Skipper, who our quest giver NPC, who I cannot remember the name of right now.
Captain Zero.
Captain Zero.
Captain Zero. That Captain Zero wanted us to kill. She didn't really give a fuck how we did our takeover, but that was like the main point, that Skipper should die.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to like, what tavern did we go to? We went somewhere.
We seen The Rock.
Yeah, we seen like The Rock, like the actual
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah, you saw him walk by.
Which is
the only
weird, because he's the final boss.
The only like full human-sized being in the entire mall.
Oh, we went to the gallery, right?
Yep.
Is
the
that
gallery?
the
Yeah, with the paint. With the paint.
Yeah, where you met Paula Picasso.
And I believe we discussed like where our first mark should be, because we decided, I think, that we were gonna go and try to take over the cowboy area first, because they seem like an easy mark.
Yeah, and we know the territory.
yeah, then we can use that clout to side with the dollhouse to take down the Circuit City. But what the dollhouse won't know is that we're actually working with Circuit City to red wedding them. But first, we have to take over this place and like get clout, so we don't just walk in there like, "Hey, you want to work with us?"
I thought we were taking over somewhere that was neutral, that was next to him for like reconnaissance or something.
I think we discussed that, but I don't know if we actually did that.
We spitballed for like 20, 30 minutes yesterday, and I don't remember
Yeah,
what we exactly landed on.
Because we were going to go to the Sigma military base because we figured that would be a good first place to attack because it would like destabilize the rest of like the retro railway. The what are they called? The Old West, the New West,
The Old West Brigade.
the Old West
You
Brigade.
can see the names of all of the factions at the bottom left of the player map.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Also, you'll all notice that all of these spots are filled now. There is a little blurb about absolutely every location in the mall. You don't have a lot of information about most places. You guys, up to now, have been pretty small potatoes and stayed in your lanes. But you will learn more as you go along. There are some people like obviously again like Flarp is friends with Rufus, which was established prior to this game. Same thing with like Wild Wes and Smokin' Joe, having come from the Retro Railway, have the best knowledge of the immediate area. Disenfranchised Pikachu, same thing, came from Poundland, so would know most about like kind of the area around. Probably friends with Jazz Jackrabbit. And I think maybe you alluded to like having been like kicked out of Club Jazz. Pikachu?
Sorry, my mic's fucked. I've been kicked out before, but I do get along well with Jazz. Him being a '90s icon. And,
Yep.
You know, Sonic with a gun.
Yep. I'm glad.
It's more a situational thing. Sometimes I'm allowed there, sometimes I'm not. Depends on how disheveled I am.
I'm glad somebody knew who it was, because it's a pretty deep cut.
Man, you can't get away with a DOS gaming reference around me.
And of course, even Russet probably would have come from the Retro Railway, or more specifically Dillinger's Toys, which was the collectibles store. Yeah, I think aside from Flarp, most of you come from the same neighborhood. What about Nitipsar? Would he have been a food court guy?
I would probably say like somewhere near the movies. Like I've been here, yeah, like near Springview Flicks. I would say like up there.
So you
but like I've been like underground though for the last like bit, like just following the theme of the movie. Like I'm
Yeah.
like this place was built around Springview Flicks, I guess.
Yeah.
And like I've been in the ground.
Springview Flicks being probably one of the like most original buildings of the entire mall, because it's a movie theater that's been around for at this point over 100 years. That has only like every now and then been slightly modernized inside. But yeah, you then would be like probably the most familiar with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is like the proprietor of Springview Flicks. Something you can note on your character sheet. Doesn't really come into play now, but you know, if you find your way over there, it might help out.
Yeah. I think we went to like go scout out the military base so we could see what imports they have from the Retro Railway, so then we could stage the attack to look like the sheriff, the lawman, had done it. So then we could like again destabilize a bit more and perhaps say like, we're gonna go fuck them up. So you guys sit tight and then you'll be on our side. But I don't fucking remember your character's name, Kirby. It was just Mr. Potato Head, or
Russet.
Russet.
Russet. And Russet said that he can disguise us all as lawmen. And then we saw a Roomba.
Yeah, a very familiar Roomba to most of you. There are a couple of standard security Roombas that will like kind of like roam around the mall and keep the peace, but this is a very special one. This one was the first and is the one that kind of leads these other Roombas in a way. His name, or its name, is Tex. And as we ended our session last week, Tex had homed in on Smokin' Joe specifically, and stated wanted for theft, engage security mode, and the last thing you heard was the whir of its gun as it was starting to kind of like rev up. And we will start where we left off. Text here, actually. Got a couple zones to represent just how they would look on the map. Those little cave spots are the two shops on either side. You also have the kind of like main exit of the halls behind the Roomba. What I'm gonna get everybody to do is roll initiative.
Oh boy. How do I roll initiative on this?
Oh, just go to the initiative tab and oh, wait. I'm wrong, and I shouldn't have done that. On your character sheet, there should be an initiative button. It'll be cross swords, I think. Did we make the icon cross swords? Yes.
It is, and it's under skill combat.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's literally in between defense
Also,
and.
no offense, but I think I fucking killed it.
Yeah, we will address your minor effect there.
Nitsupar got a 20 though.
Yeah, so he
But
has
yeah, it doesn't say
he has a
the
major effect. He should have a major effect, but he rolled it from the swords tab.
Hmm.
I got a 19 as well. Jesus
Oh
Christ!
my
what is-
god!
Oh my god!
Oh no! What the fuck?
It was over before it started.
Oh my
Pushing all the 20s now.
god! What is happening? Oh my god!
About to go pretty wild here.
So Wild Wes got a 20. Nituspar got a 20. So I'm gonna deal with you two first. What do you want? Well, so keep in. I need to note this. I need to note this as we go along. So Wild Wes, major. Nituspar, major. We had two 19s in there too, didn't we? Pikachu and Flarp.
Yes.
Okay, Pikachu, minor. And Flarp.
Keep Drake away from me.
Okay, and then everybody else goes on their regular, like initiative is regular for these guys. Okay, so we're going to begin. Wild Wes, you and Nituspar both kind of like charge ahead of everybody else. I'll let you take your turn, and you can let me know how the major effect would affect your turn. And I'll give you some examples. So in this case, like a major effect, you rolled a 20. If you, for instance, wanted to move and take an action, normally you would have to roll to do both. I will allow you to be able to do so without having to roll. Oh, you have fleet of foot, so normally you wouldn't have to roll for moving one space, but if you wanted to move 2 spaces, you'll be able to do so instead of just the one.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to say, if you were going to attack the Roomba here, you could apply extra damage to the attack.
Okay. I think I'll just apply. So I could move and also like move 1 square and also apply extra damage to the attack because I have fleet of foot.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll do that then. So I'll move And the squares, those are just like move spaces. I can go anywhere in them.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's just
Okay, cool.
just by like your short, immediate short, long, very long distances.
Gotcha. Cool. So I'll move to this square, and then I'll fire away. Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
What
All
the
right.
fuck? What is happening?
I'm Wild Wes.
So you're applying the extra damage as well?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so that would be 18. Fuck me. Okay.
I just fan the hammer on the old lever action.
So we're gonna end combat.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Me?
You're gonna what?
Why is
Fan-
it 18?
Fan the hammer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wouldn't-
yeah. You get what I'm saying. I'm just gonna,
I get what you're saying.
you get what I'm
Count's
saying.
just a gun snob and it always jumps in at any point to be
Okay,
like,
alright.
actually,
I know
if
I
on
know
the
everything
Glock
about the
15,
guns.
it has to have a banana clip, and it's not actually a clip; it's a banana magazine.
See, I don't know anything about guns, so I'm just gonna say fan the hammer, because that's what they say for revolvers, right?
I love the Count. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can do that with a revolver. You can't. Well, I'll explain it later. It's fine.
No, go ahead.
It's
Rules
fine.
lawyer,
I'll
please.
go. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll show you how to disassemble gun later. It's
Hang
okay.
on, no, I'll
Move on,
pound.
moving on.
I'll pound the lever. I'll pound the lever.
You fire your pistol, and as this thing is
It's a lever action rifle, BHG.
oh, you fire your lever action rifle, and as you do, the Roomba like almost goes to turn to hit, like fire at Joe, and you hear it whir up, and you fire your shot inside under the mechanism. You see it bounce off the casing that holds all of the little pellets, and inside the Roomba, you hear like the ting 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 as it bounces inside, and you watch as the text just stops moving.
Told y'all I was pretty wild. And then I blow the smoke away from the barrel of my lever action and holster it.
Can I just like for flavor be like, Smoking Joe went to talk his way out of it. He's like, well, actually, if you would think about it, I'm not Smoking Joe, and if you would just take a second and like I have some abilities to like lie my way out of things, and Wild West just boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why we call him Wild West.
Pretty wild.
That was gonna be like a whole encounter. Like that was supposed to take up at least the first like half an hour to an hour of this session,
Sorry.
and you one-shotted it.
Good job.
And also,
Good work, team.
I'd like to apologize wholeheartedly to Count because I now realize that you said I'm fanning the hammer of my lever action rifle.
A lever action rifle.
I
You can fan it all
understand.
you want. It
I
ain't gonna
didn't
do
know.
shit.
I didn't know what to say. As long as my point got across.
Oh, hilarious. Okay, well, good
Well,
job,
as you
Wild
can
West.
see from the illustration I just put in Discord, it's physically fucking impossible.
There's a
Yeah.
hammer on that. You could fan it.
It won't do anything.
It won't do anything.
Okay, so I pounded the lever then.
I will give it to you if you do the Arnold 1887 shotgun thing where you flip it. I'll give you
Yes.
that one.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
you
of
can
course,
do that.
of course, of course,
You,
of course.
you all see a little light that goes boop, 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 just in that like frequency flashing on the top of the Roomba.
Is it getting faster?
No, it's staying at the same frequency.
We better skedaddle.
It's
I don't think
probably,
that's good.
probably calling for more lawmen. We should vamoose.
Duel a
Hey,
hand to my side.
Being wanted for murder. He said you wanted him for stealing. Why did you just murder him?
Oh, I must have not been caught for the other murders. Or the arsons. Theft is actually kind of an insult. Is that going to be a problem, Potato Head?
Not at all. Not at all. There's just that Roomba that's going to explode over there.
I think he's calling for other Roombas, so we should. Can you disguise us as lawmen now? Or do we have to wait for that? Can you only do it once?
You're gonna do it right in front of the Roomba that's probably recording you right now.
There's not
Oh, I
much
don't know
left
the
of it.
difference.
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
So the whole group.
Oh, what do I roll for my ammo? Is that just a D6, right?
I think I gave you a 6 ammo. Do you have 6 ammo?
I think so.
Yeah, just lower your bullets to 5, because there's no possible way you can't roll. Basically,
Oh, okay.
how
Yeah.
depletion works is you have to roll lower than the number. Or sorry,
Right.
you have to roll higher than the number
Okay.
with a
okay.
depletion. So you can't roll higher than a 6 on a 6-sided die, so it would automatically go down to 5.
Gotcha. Okay, I got it.
Fucking all those nat 20s. Jesus Christ.
I'm actually gonna bump into the Roomba on the way by with my scooter, but get out of the way, bitch.
Just kind of like shove it out of the way.
I'll chase after it because I want to nibble on the power cables a bit before we leave.
You can't actually access the cables inside. Like, it's housed very well.
Okay, it wasn't fucked up enough. That's fair. That's fair.
No, it's just like whatever happened on the inside, like shut it down.
Okay. I will attempt to and fail to gnaw on the power cable.
Yeah. As you move into this first corridor, there's 2 shops on either side. One is the old diamond mine. This is run by Minecraft Steve. Or like an action figure of Minecraft Steve.
That shifty son of a bitch.
The old diamond mine is like it's a jewelry store that was made of mostly glass that basically caved in on itself at some time over the past years. And is used as kind of like a tourist, or not a tourist, but it's kind of like an entertainment gamble setup. Steve will give you bits and possibly like other things for the gemstones and metals that you find inside this wreck, but it's not easy to get through without getting yourself hurt. The better or more treasure that you bring, the better the exchange rate from Steve. So basically a great risk with great rewards scenario. On the right side, you see the Grand Library. The Grand Library is, it's a library for little folk made out of big books, basically. So it's almost like, it's like a library that has been rebuilt out of human books. All of the books that they used to create this space were scanned by the code killers and recreated as small versions for the little folk. So it's a little cafe and reading space.
Interesting.
You don't come across any other trouble moving further into the mall. You would see many different places. You'd see Rufus's geriatric supply, with Rufus usually hanging out in his wheelchair out front. As Flarp is going by, he'd probably wave and like yell out to you, Flarp, and be like, "Hey, how's it going, Flarp?"
What's up, Rufus?
Oh, good side of town, am I right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting some spinners on this bad boy next time I'm around.
Oh, I don't have any spinners or like that here, but I heard that Mario's carts just got some good stuff in.
Oh, say less.
He's like, all right, you have a good one. Spits on the ground.
That guy's so disgusting.
Directly across from Rufus's geriatric is Cloudtown General Hospital. It is always kind of busy, usually bustling. You'll see lots of like random stuffed toys going in and out of this hospital at all times. There are like little folk attendants as well, and even some like action figures and stuff like that that just help out there in the same way like volunteer nurses would. Just to make sure that people stay safe and sound. Across from the old diamond mine is a neutral zone. It is just another caved-in store. There's not really a way to identify what's going on inside. But again, you are seeing that same kind of thing that you saw in the hub, where there are a group of people outside betting and like waiting for somebody to come out.
I don't know. It could be a pretty wild idea to hide in there, guys.
Yeah,
I'll go anywhere strange once.
I mean,
I swear to
you're
God, Wes,
still
you're the
very
worst
far.
human being ever.
I'm just wild. I can't help it.
I mean, we're
you're
still
pronouncing
very far
stupid
from where we
wrong.
need to go.
we are. So we should probably keep moving. Would you guys mind if me and Wes rob these people before we do?
Mind?
Who are
I'll
you trying to
join you.
rob?
Joe, is that a good idea? Just between me and you, is that a good idea?
Of course, it's a good idea.
All right.
You know, they're lucky we don't just kill them.
All right. You're right. You're right. We could do some wild shit.
Now shoot your gun off in the air twice, and nobody suspects you.
All right. Pew, pew.
Fire.
Yeehaw!
You fire your gun off twice. Spook a
Yeah.
couple of them, but others are just kind of like turn and look and just shrug their shoulders and look back at the cave. And I'd like to offer a group intrusion. I still don't know how to do that on here.
Yes, I'd love to kill Wes.
Wait.
Nice one, wild card and smoking Jack. You're just gonna start shooting your gun off in the air when you're wanted by the police. I'll take an
Yes.
intrusion.
GM intrusion range global all player characters. Can I do that? 1 to 6? Yes. Okay. Can I?
It's a very smart idea, Mr. Smoking. Go ahead and keep shooting the gun off in the air.
Whoa. Smoking don't shoot the guns off. That's Wild Wes's job.
And
Yeah, you
just
too,
how we
Mr. Wild.
celebrate.
Keep shooting up in the air.
I'll do
Wild
another
West-
one.
Wild West is just wild. Don't test him.
I'm pretty wild.
I don't know how this works. I want to give you guys a group intrusion. If you all accepted it, then yeah, go ahead and add an experience to your character sheet. I'm gonna have to ask Ed how that works.
Oh,
I accept. If everybody else does.
yep.
As you fire off your gun in the air and get prepared to rob these guys, 3 more Roombas come around the corners of the hospital and are like coming down the hallways.
We should definitely run, right?
Good job,
No.
dipshit.
I don't
Keep
know.
shooting
You
off your
guys
guns
dropped
in
the
the
first
air.
one pretty quick.
Let's start robbing everybody. Put my cowboy hat on. Yeehaw!
Flarp just like backs up his scooter and starts taking off down toward Bricks and Diane's. Like,
Flarp, I've
"You
heard
losers."
about that. Does your scooter beep when it backs up?
Maybe. Sorry.
Yeah,
Hold
Mr.
on.
Flop, don't go. They're robbing these people. Where are you going?
I'm about to rob you, Mr. Potato Head.
Oh,
What if I take-
that's a little too wild there, Joe.
Well, think about it, Wes. His arms come off, his eyes come off. There's a lot of things to take.
Well, he might need them arms if we get into some trouble with these here Roombas.
Yeah, you know, my lips are sealed. I won't talk. I'm gonna like put my mouth away in the little compartment.
Okay, so Flarp is fleeing the scene.
Dumbasses.
I think we all should.
I mean, you saw what Mr. Wild did to one of those things?
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I think Wild's got it right. Let's fuck him up.
All right.
Show those Roombas that we're taking over this land.
So
Yeah,
are you?
Paul Flarp, mall cop, get back over here.
So wait. Are you the remaining of you? Are you guys like being the aggressors here?
Yes. They're fucking robbing somebody. What do you mean? Is that a question?
Well, because they haven't started. They only fired a gun.
That's
we
not
didn't-
aggressive.
We didn't rob anybody. We're celebrated like cowboys.
You haven't robbed anyone yet. But what I'm asking is, as these Roombas approach, are you? Are you trying to attack the Roombas, or are you?
I'm taking a pompous stance. I'm not actually attacking, but I figure this is going to go downhill pretty fast.
Yeah. I would like to use one of my abilities. It's gonna cost me an intelligence point.
Okay.
It's called Demeanor of Command. How do I stick it in chat? Alt click. So basically, they give me a second to say what I have to say before they start blasting.
Okay. They haven't pulled guns on you yet.
Okay.
They're just approaching down the hallways.
I am going to like nonchalantly just kind of try and walk by
Walk by the Roombas?
the Roombas. Like if they're planning on attacking, I'm just going to kind of like walk away from the group and just walk towards one of them.
Yeah.
I'll take the one on the left.
Yeah, as they're approaching, you walk by and this thing drives right by you.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like slowly following it behind. Like it's heading towards the scene of this, and I'm just kind of like following it slightly.
It keeps going and like goes back towards where Tex is, and the other two do the same.
I see. We're probably getting snitch shot right now. We should leave.
Nah, come on, those hunks of junk ain't so smart.
You're gonna die.
Listen, like it or not, we're a gang now. And we probably have more things to fight ahead. So, what do you think, Wes? Should we walk away from this one?
I don't know if cooler heads were to prevail. I would say that we walk away. But if you're dead set on robbing these guys, you know I got your back there, Joe.
Flarp's just out of like the range where they can see him, but he can still yell, "Everyone should run away but Wes. He's a fucking idiot."
Can we call ourselves a posse instead of a gang?
I'm cool with it.
I like posse. It rolls off the tongue better.
The posse.
Posse.
The wild posse.
The tight posse.
Yeah, what a wholesome moment we're having here.
Why?
Huh? We're bonding over this tight posse we formed.
No, we're all in a tight posse.
Except fucking Paul Flarp over there. Get over here. Why are you driving away?
Yeah, I'm wanting to make this posse a little looser, so let's go. Come on.
Do you guys follow after Flarp?
How far away are the people gambling from me? Like, how much off the path are they?
But like it's right there. Think about how close like a Build-A-Bear kiosk would be to a storefront.
Okay, so I would like to just walk up to them and say something along the lines of like, "We are sort of the new sheriffs in town. We just wanted to come over and greet you with some hospitality."
The one dude looks over and he's like, we don't care.
Well, that's mighty fine. You don't have to care, but I'm gonna need a 40% tax on whatever the hell you're doing here.
He like looks over at his friends who just kind of like look back at him stunned, and then he like looks over at the three Roombas. He's like, no?
That's okay with me. But you see, Wild Wes here might not like that too much. Ain't that right, Wes?
Oh, that's right, my friend. Are any of them wearing a hat or have like playing cards in their hand?
One of them is wearing a hat. He's wearing like a trilby.
Okay, can I do a gun trick and shoot the hat off of his head?
Sure.
And can I'm of course trying to intimidate them as well.
Difficulty 6. You fire the gun, or you fire the hat off of his head.
Yeah.
He looks and goes, "Hey, what the fuck's your problem? That was my
The
hat.
man said it. The man said it. I'm pretty wild if you don't pay your taxes.
I ain't paying you shit."
You want to see where the next bullet lies?
Whoa. See, now we can all end this amicably. You just pay us a small retainer, we'll be out of your hair.
You hear from behind you, "Move along, citizen." Two of the Roombas have rolled up behind you after hearing another gunshot.
What do we do, Joe?
We leave. Yeah, walk away.
All right.
The one guy, as you're walking away, is like, "You're gonna be paying for my damn hat."
I am.
And you guys move along. I'm
How many
assuming
people are sitting at that table?
at which table?
The one that we're gambling at?
They weren't gambling. It was like they're gambling outside of the neutral zone, like cave. So they're just like gambling on the floor, basically.
But it's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just sitting there with like their sack of bits held, like waiting for somebody to come out. The Roombas are kind of like you watch as they start to kind of like do like a patrol mode. As you guys move on. Let's move the group token back here. I'll keep all you out just in case you split up again. You move down the hallway pretty much unbothered. You're seeing like a lot of toys are passing you, coming and going as well. And once again, as you move down, you know that there are 2 more of these neutral zones, as they are peppered all over the mall. But behind them, there are a couple more stores. There's Diane's and Bricks. Bricks is a hangout spot, and kind of like a creation station that is run by like a Lego man about the size of a small child named Brick. And then Diane's is a kind of like a casual apparel store. To the east, you also see the Grey Garden. There's kind of like a little wooden fence around Grey Garden. It is like a walking path with like some trees, and a couple of benches, and it's commonly used as one of the special event racetracks for karts. And you actually see that there are one of the groups. So I think the City Walk group, the City Walk Wontons. You'll see that they're driving their carts around, kind of doing like practice loops.
Is this a familiar sight for me?
Not the track that they're driving on. What you saw was a bunch of like what they were driving on was a bunch of treadmills that were put together into like a looped racetrack inside a building.
Okay.
Where are you guys headed?
Mm-hmm.
I think we were headed west to go convoys from the sheriffs, unless there was another plan.
Yeah, pretty sure that was the plan.
So you're going to the Retro Railway?
Maybe like somewhere in
Maybe
this area.
I would say maybe even Poundland, because it's like disenfranchises from there. Uses like a scope point. Like watch that whole L shape.
Everyone's always asking me to take them to Poundland.
I believe that's Pound Town.
That's where
They'll
all cool
call me
toys come from.
They'll call them A, they'll call them B.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm listening. I was just smoking out the window. Yeah, that's the plan. Poundland's cool. Like, we just want to scope out deliveries or like trades or interactions from like the retro railway to the Sigma military base, so then we can plan some sort of like false attack.
Maybe even use that like empty store for like a front, a fob, base of operations.
Yeah, I think that's what we need right now.
Oh, there's a spot I didn't fill in. There should be Panda Express there. I'll add it there later.
There's for me.
No, the name is there, but I didn't put the.
Oh.
The descriptor.
the
Oh, I
journal.
see.
I didn't put a journal.
We all
tag
know
to
what. We all know what Panda Express
I was gonna
is
say, if you
about.
have a blank, you can just call it Red Lobster because they just went out of business. So.
it. Well, the Panda Express is
Really?
one of those restaurants in the food court that is like automated by AI, so it's just like it's exactly as it normally would be, and it's probably like another hangout spot for toys and stuff like that, or the little folk to eat and just converse. as you're passing by this neutral zone up here, you see that somebody has actually made it outside, but has died on like when they've reached the exit. Basically, like it looks like they are incredibly like horribly wounded. Looks like they probably made it out on pure adrenaline and like just they had nothing left. And a couple of the people who have been placing bets on this side are like exchanging money at this point.
So, Wes, you shaking anyone down or not? I've heard some things about your ability to do so.
No,
Whoa.
Rob.
Whoa. I don't
was
do nothing without my main man here telling me to do so.
You gotta have your boyfriend's permission.
No, he's completely unhinged. I can't control him.
I'm wild, actually.
Yeah, he just does what he pleases. He'll shoot you between your eyes at 200 yards and not even think about it.
He's
What?
a real wild Wesperado.
Wild West.
I was thinking we could rob these folks, but I feel like we have bigger fish to fry and more bits to be had. And more so, power.
I'm right there with you, Joe. I mean, who knows what I'll do, though. I'm pretty wild.
Do you want to go shake these people down, or should we just go?
That's up to you, brother. I think we got bigger fish to fry as well.
Let's head on out then.
Okay. You're going to
I
where?
hope you know I'm mocking Wes every time he says that behind his back. I'm like doing the I'm super wild.
Hey, get wet.
The tension between Wes and Flarp is gonna be great.
For no reason at all.
The next place you'd pass by is Sigma Military Base. The entry to this place is blocked off. It's kind of like the door is like one of those slide doors that you would see on like a military hangar. It makes no sense here. You're not sure if it was here before when there were still humans here or if it was something they put in themselves. But it doesn't, you don't see anybody coming in or out.
Well, now we wait.
Are you just like waiting out front?
Just Jay and Silent bobbing it. We're just hacking darts, sitting in front, dancing.
Back, back.
I'm not opposed to that approach.
Oh, I'm a wanted man around these parts. These toys especially.
Should probably get these disguises going.
Yeah, can I start making us all look like sheriffs? I know I had the cipher and showed it last time, but
You're gonna put on. Wait. So first off, like, are you guys like stashes finding a place to hide, or are you just doing this all out in the open?
I'm seeing if I
bushes
can
behind
find
us,
what
right?
powers their sliding door and tap into it, but it's likely not on the outside.
It doesn't seem like it's an electrical setup.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, you don't feel any electricity coming off of it.
I'll start like checking my compartments for like vests. Trying to find a hat big for Flarp.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be able to produce disguises no problem. But, like, are you guys like getting dressed up like this out in the open?
No, we should hide in these bushes behind us.
We can go to Club Jazz. Nobody likes jazz. Nobody will see us in there.
There's literally 2 stores right here where they're called neutral zone you can go into.
Those aren't. Yeah, well,
I like the bushes.
But they're not. Yeah, they're not neutral zones. They're like dungeons, vacant spaces that have been blocked off and turned into dangerously treacherous caverns or dungeons.
Oh,
Oh, you can double click that. Oh, well, fuck
Yeah,
me
you
then.
can double click all of them.
Oh.
so we can't use that store to look.
not only can you double click
Wow.
all of them, you can edit them.
Yeah, I added something somewhere. I forget where.
Yeah, I saw it. You were adding notes somewhere.
Yeah, I've been doing it as we learn things. Was it the Retro Railway? No.
I'm gonna start
Sure.
talking smack on Wes in every place.
Just Wild West sucks.
Actually,
Just
I'm
make a
pretty
canon.
wild.
Just behind everything that names an NPC. Just say, oh, also they hate Wes.
That's fun. That's fun.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I don't get wild in every establishment here.
But maybe Poundland? Pikachu's from there. You got a place, Pikachu? You got like a home?
Is your posse
Nah,
tight in Poundland?
I don't really like it there. It's too cheap and underpowered. Not a lot to eat.
Oh, so you don't want to take your tight posse to Poundland.
You might be onto something there. You're not to show off around town.
In all actuality, Pikachu hasn't paid his rent for months, and he's been ducking fucking the owner.
Yeah, I like Pikachu is a drifter at this.
Yeah.
Like he can't afford to live in Poundland. He's there for drugs and chewing on power cable.
Well, do you know anywhere quiet we could
The jazz club, Jazz's place can be quiet at times.
let's go.
Even when there's music, it's more background than in your face.
You sure you don't want to try a neutral zone? Never know what you'll find.
Personally, would love to try a neutral zone. It seems pretty wild in there.
I fucking hate you. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
I'll be honest. After those Roombas, I've been cracking for a fight. If the neutral zone's got that, I wouldn't mind having one.
I mean, if we go to the one next to Poundland, that'll give us a direct sight of the Sigma military base if we can claim it as our own.
Yeah, that's a good point. Come on, Wes. Let's go get you killed. I mean, clear out the neutral zone. Yeah.
Oh, Flop, why don't you take the lead here, brother? I'll cover your back.
No. I am a support being. I have fought my battles. I fought battles before you were born, you little bastard.
Oh, you want to bet?
Pikachu's gonna slam 3 whiskeys in succession. It's like, let's get neutral.
Let's
Well, no.
get wild.
It seems like there's a dispute between posse members. So I think we should settle this the old cowboy way. I walk over to
Drinking
Clark
contest?
and I hand him my revolver. All right, both of you 10 paces.
Been here before. I take 10 paces.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Ross starts rubbing his hands together.
I'm not shooting you.
Because I'll shoot you first.
All right.
Look,
Come on,
you're
you just said
an
you're gonna
idiot.
kill
I
him in
don't-
his sleep.
you're
Kill
an
him when
idiot.
he's
I don't
awake.
fucking like you, but I'm not gonna get you killed.
You
Oh,
saying
you-
you're scared, partner?
No. I'm not scared. I'm just smart enough to know some pissant little fucking podunk cowboy from another.
Listen, if you shoot him, I can
Yeah.
fix him.
That's big words from somebody
Yeah.
who won't duel. You know, your honor's on the line.
Joe, you know I don't like the word podunk.
He used the P word.
Oh,
What's
I'm-
real
I'm-
wild is turning
I'm-
his back to an armed opponent.
What, posse?
I'm feeling pretty wild right now, boy.
Oh my god.
You better take them 10
Flarp cocks
paces.
the gun.
Flarp what?
Flarp cocks the gun.
No, now. Take your 10 paces. I'll count you in. 1. You guys gonna take your pace?
I already took my paces. I'm ready.
You're just like waiting there.
No, you gotta pace together.
Flarp's in a fucking rascal.
Hold on. Let me get in the position.
You just count 10 seconds as he moves, or is there a specific distance that we should see?
10 paces.
Do you want to count the paces? Like, how do we know if they're paces? Do you
But by
count
all
them?
means,
Do
you
walk
count
them?
the paces.
Okay, start driving that way. 1,
1.
2.
Eight,
I gotta fix that. That's not playing as well.
9,
I got
10,
5 bits on
draw.
Wild.
How do we do this?
Both of you roll call it a speed task here.
Are we sure Flarp's not just
Oh.
going to start up a gas cloud to make him miss?
Jesus Christ. A speed?
Speed versus speed.
Is that just the dice icon on top of the speed?
Wilma, there's glass there right now. Stop. I'm sorry. I will give you your space back soon. It's fucking chaos here. Wilma hates it. Come here, baby. I know. You'll have your space back soon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to move things around.
Now that I've instigated, I'm gonna go smoke at the window. I'm listening.
So, Flarp, you fire and kind of like fire wide. And Wes, are you trying to hit Flarp?
I think I'm more or less aiming for the gun in his hand.
On a difficulty 5, you shoot the gun out of his hand.
Sweet. Call me a podunk again.
Oh, dunk.
Oh. I gotta calm myself down here before I get too wild. I've won this battle.
Did you win?
I would say so, and I walk up and reach my hand out to Flarp.
I go to shake your hand and go, I'm pretty sure I just kicked your ass.
What the hell are you talking about?
How do I put this in the chat?
What the hell?
What the hell?
I think it's alt-click.
Come on, now, Mr. Flup. You seen what he did to Tex, so you better calm down before he gets.
Yeah, I gotta shake
wild.
your hand. I'm pretty sure I beat your ass.
I don't know about that. I just shot the gun
Oh.
straight out of your hand before you had time to draw.
Okay, so you roll an intellect roll, and you, Wes, are going to have to roll an intellect defense.
Ah, okay.
You know what? Just yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Wes, you forget the last 5 minutes and are not even sure where you are, how you got here right now, You're standing next to Flarp, which is something that feels unlike you.
Wait.
If you do that again, I'll kick your ass again. All right, now let's go to this cave. And I just start driving off.
What? What did I do? I look around
Well,
at the other group members.
You
What
fucking
happened?
shot my gun for one thing.
What?
You turned your back to an opponent. It's not a good move.
I don't remember a damn
You owe
thing.
me $10 too.
Wow, damn it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you were betting with those guys. I covered it.
Damn it. Can't be getting wild like that.
Smoking Joe, like fully knowing he could just say like what happened and Wes would just believe him,
I hand
is just smiling.
I hand 10 bits over to Flarp.
Jesus.
Oh God.
What a fucking shakedown.
Yeah, Smoking Joe respects it.
I was actually gonna do that to those guys over there, but it can only work on one person. And so I was like, get one alone, maybe.
I did not see like immediate PvP conflict in this session.
Oh man. Where's the bits at?
On your equipment tab? Or
Yeah, top right of equipment.
Top right, equipment.
Yeah, right now you have 25.
What are we doing right now?
We're just scouting. We're gonna go into Club Jazz, I think, Pikachu, and try to find a quiet place to switch into uniform to attack the military base.
That or the neutral zone. I'm really fine with either.
Neutral zone sounds pretty wild. Yeah, I thought we were heading to the neutral zone.
Yeah, my interpretation as of now is we're gonna establish some reputation there first.
Neutral
Let's go, which one?
zone?
Being from this area, would I know anything about these three particular neutral zones?
No.
Fuck.
Nobody you know has come out to be able to tell what they are.
Yeah, I think it was the Red Lobster, and then it went on business.
I'm gonna miss those cheddar bay biscuits.
You're saying we should like go in there and then do like incredible feats so then people recognize us? Sounds like work. And that sounds like honest work.
Well, we're looking like the sheriffs. Maybe we could trash up the place, make a ruckus, get wild, as some say.
You're right. There still could be opportunity for crime. All
We don't
right.
have to build reputation for us necessarily, but if they see the sheriffs doing some unpleasant things,
Well, define reputation. Like, as being the most wanted criminal in the entire mall, like, reputation? Because I don't think I'm there, but I could probably get there if I, like, put my mind to it. Onwards?
Time to get wild.
This one?
You're going into a neutral zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody roll a
hell
D.
yeah.
I need somebody to roll a D20 for me.
Go on, Wes, get wild.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally unplugged my mic.
No way. Okay, cool. That's a good one.
Yes, we love these.
We all die. Campaign over.
Yeah, it was fun playing.
Yeah, this is a good. This is a good time, guys.
Flarp will
Yeah, it was a good
return. I always come back. Wait. Wrong show.
Oops. Okay. The entrance of this neutral zone has a very narrow opening. Flarp's gonna have the hardest time getting in, and it is very dark. It's a like this one is a. It looks like it was probably a toy store that collapsed in on itself. Um, but all you can see is like just wreckage right now. You can't see anything particular that would tell you what kind of shop it was. The first thing I need from everyone is a might task.
Yeet. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to subtract anything whenever I do a task?
No,
Okay.
not unless you're hindered.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, difficulty 2. Okay. So, okay. You start pushing through the wreckage. It looks like Wild Wes and Smoking Joe take the lead, followed by Flarp, who just kind of like shoves himself in. As he's shoving himself through, the rest of you that are behind Flarp start catching like it's like you're getting like crushed with debris. Disenfranchised Pikachu, Nitipsar, Russet. You 3 are going to take 3 damage, like 3 from your might pool.
Son of a bitch!
As you're being like crushed with the wreckage, as Flarp is like, basically it's rolling off of him and onto you guys.
Excuse me.
Last time I follow you.
You don't see anything yet, but in the distance you hear what sounds like maybe karate or some kind of martial arts going on. Like you hear a lot of like ha yeah ki wheel.
Sounds like something pretty wild is going on in there.
Oh God.
As you're moving through, it opens up a little bit, but it is still fairly unstable. This time I'm going to need a speed task from everybody.
Say less.
All right, I'm flooring this son bitch.
Oh, I see a nat 20 already.
Oh my lord, there's 2 of them.
Oh my god. We're in
Um,
our element.
Now, with these rolls and stuff like that, if because there's like the applied levels of efforts, and I remember like these are a thing. What does that do if I like want to apply more effort? Does that just increase like whatever roll I get? It just applies. It takes away from my health to add more beats difficulty.
When you're apply, the more levels of effort you apply, the easier it makes the task.
Okay. And that takes away from my pool.
Yeah, I think the only thing that stops it from taking away from your pool is if that particular thing has an whatchamacallit, a edge. and that should calculate automatically if it's the case.
Okay.
It'll calculate it for you on the character sheet.
Yeah.
And
okay.
it'll tell
Okay.
you
Yeah.
it'll tell you what it'll spend when you're applying effort.
All right. Yeah, I see that now. I'm looking at it. It says it's gonna cost 5 speed points to use it, and I was like,
Well,
maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay. Difficulty 5. Difficulty 4 is good. Difficulty 2. Smokin' Joe, with your major effect, what do you want your major effect to be?
Could I make somebody who had failed succeed?
Yes.
I'm gonna say russet.
Russet on a 4 succeeded.
Oh, cool. Then I don't like anybody else. We're good.
It was
No,
it was
I'll do Flarp.
Pikachu and Flarp failed.
Oh, no, I'll do Pikachu because he gave me a gift.
get that.
Fuck you, Flarp.
Wild Wes, you had the other nat 20.
Can I make someone who failed fail a little harder?
Remember, we don't have beef. You don't remember that.
That is true. That is true. I'd probably just help Flarp, even though I don't know why I gave him 10 bits.
Okay.
I give him like the side eye as I'm helping him.
This time noticing that Flarp is kind of like destabilizing things, Wild West and Smokin' Joe will as you like the debris is starting to fall, you're like taking pot shots with your guns that are like displacing them so that they're moving and not hitting your friends.
Hell yeah.
Keep driving that garbage truck like a go-kart and you're gonna tear this whole building down, Flarp.
You now come across what appears to be, it looks like this used to be a thick glass floor that you could see into like a lower level of the mall. This lower level now appears to be like, it looks like it's almost bottomless. Like you can't see a bottom to it. And it looks like the glass is worn down and become thin over the years. What I need from you this time is an intelligence check to make sure you are moving over the thickest glass.
Sorry, what
Oh, no.
exactly is the intelligence check for again?
The intelligence check is to make sure that you are moving across safe glass. It looks like there's glass that could break out underneath you if something too heavy moves across it.
Okay, would this fall under knowledge and science for my intellect power shift?
Sure.
Cool. So it eases what I want.
Could I use one of my skills?
What skill would you like to use?
Distinctive physical corpse, so I'm just basically taking myself apart and rolling myself, like rolling the potato. The arms are crawling, the feet are like hopping around.
What?
Like the potato, like he's gonna like disassemble like the potato, right? Like his arm, you know what I mean? Like the arm's gonna be crawling like a worm.
Is that an ability you have?
Yeah, here. Okay, well there we go.
What the fuck?
There's the 20 for me.
What the fuck is happening?
That's some strong glass right there.
This is a scam. I need that dice mod off you after this.
Oh my god, Rusty broke me. I think. Oh fuck. What do you want your major effect to be?
Maybe he goes first. He's kind of like eyeballing the glass, you know, like to make it easier for everyone else.
Can I make a suggestion?
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, it'll be the same thing. Basically, you're helping everybody else. You'll, because of that, and because you just fucking broke me for a minute there, you are basically going to look and be like, oh, I have an idea for this, and your parts that are already crawling fucking, like, so creepily across this glass start to form into, like, a little bridge that can, like, basically make a stable walkway for everybody.
Oh yeah. Just like rusted parts.
Oh my god. All the 20s tonight. You finally get deep in past that glass floor, and when you get through that pathway, it emerges into a large open space. And you can see that there are almost like little houses that have been built out of like wood and glass and other materials. Very roughshod, but still like livable. And you see that there are little folk, action figures, and even like a couple stuffed animals in like smaller like the little size stuffed animals, all doing like martial arts. Like they're all doing some kind of a couple different styles of martial arts, all sparring with each other.
I shoot them. No, I don't.
I shoot them.
Leave and kill Becky.
Oh, Becky.
I'll say hello. Fuck it. Hello. Howdy.
They have a hard time hearing you over the yeah, huh, ha, huh, ha, as they're fighting. But a couple of them that are close by kind of turn and like acknowledge you very quizzically, like, oh, like having probably not seen people in a very long time. One whistles to another, and you see two of them run off. When they come back out, there are two figures here. Little Neo droid figures. They walk out first, and they like look like they're about to get into a fighting pose, and look at all of you and say, "Where did you come from?" Like they're saying, "Where did you come from?" until they look up and they see Flarp's face. And Kiryu looks and says, "Flarp, is that you?"
Okay, out of character. Do I actually know him?
Flarp does know. So you know Kiryu and Majima from the Littleton Mall from season 2. They were the ones that ran like the disco inside the one building.
Oh, I barely remember that.
Yeah, they had like a nightclub.
Okay. But what are you guys doing here?
They like Kiryu walks over and like claps you on the shoulder, and he says, "We were relocated here a long time ago, and when this place caved in, we were trapped inside. So we turned it into a dojo."
Logical.
Well, I think you can get out now, if you want to. But I mean, pretty sweet place you got in here. I'm not gonna lie.
We can get out? What is out there?
Bunch of assholes.
A few
Bro.
people came inside looking for riches, and when we told them we didn't have them, they got aggressive. We took care of them. But we were about ready to take care of all of you. We thought you were here for the same.
I mean, if you want to help, join us. We're looking to turn the whole mall neutral. Get rid of these factions that have been plaguing the mall.
He looks and they kind of like look at each other and look back at you. Say you're gonna be fighting people out there?
Yeah. If I don't, fight my own, tight little posse we got here first. But yeah, that's the plan.
They nod, look at each other, and they say, we need to deliberate on this. Majima snaps his fingers and a couple of people come over and he says, treat our guests. And they walk away. The attendants that they give you kind of bring you into a lounge, where there are like alcoholic beverages being served. There's weed there. It looks like a swanky lounge in one of these, like, what appeared to be a roughshod building at first, but like it looks like it's like an entrance that's roughshod and goes deeper into like a section of what would be like the wall of the store. That is like a swanky, nice nightclub. You're all seated at a table, where there are attendants for like anything you want. You want food, drink, any kind of specialty. It seems like they've got like a good still like collection of things from what was left in the store. And obviously it would take time for them to go through those materials, with half of them not needing to consume anything.
I'm going to start hitting a joint, and right at the peak of the joint, as I'm inhaling, just before I start exhaling, I'm going to stick my tail in an electrical socket and get that energy.
Yeah. It would have been built with maybe the electrical socket would probably be outside the building, like on the wall itself, but you'd be able to find one.
Heck yeah. Getting my real fix.
We don't kink shame.
After a little bit of time of you kind of being pampered, Kiryu and Majima walk back in and sit down beside you, each with a drink in hand, and they say, we thought about it, and Flarp, while we know you well enough, and I mean, you saved the Littleton Mall, we don't know anything about your friends here. And we don't know if we're ready to risk our family that we've built here not knowing who they're fighting for.
I completely get that.
Can I pipe in?
Yeah, he looks at he looks at and he's like you look like you got something to say. Convince me.
I fix my hat. I light a full-size cigarette. Now, what a government is basically a network of people in any given nation that fits the class, ethnic, and wealth group. Right? So these group of elite wealthy people get to make all sorts of rules, but they're not rules, they're threats. Because they have a standing army ready to enact threats of violence if you don't follow their rules. So basically, we're being constantly oppressed throughout the mall by these 5 factions. What we'd like to do is dispel all of these factions and declare anarchy, so then the individual can stand. You can have your dojo. We can have our Wild West. The dolls.
Wow.
And every man will be for themselves.
Sorry, the end of that I don't know if it was you who dropped and came back, or it was me.
Did anybody else? Like, did I get interrupted for anybody else?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I heard it.
Nope.
I think it was me. I think.
Yeah, your camera's frozen for me. It must have been you.
It's fine now.
Weird.
But basically, governments are just a standing gang, and they use armies as to enact their threats of violence and oppress us. So, we should declare anarchy, martial law, individualism. One of those.
Kiryu takes a sip of his drink and he's like, but why would I risk my people for you? I don't understand. Nobody comes in here.
They haven't come here yet because they've been too distracted. You're right next to a pound land. Do you know any British person who hasn't annexed something?
No. I don't really know what a British person is.
They take over. That's what they do. And they're right on your doorstep. And now, they'll be looking for new places to expand with all the conflict. You're in the way. So it's better to be strong now than hit by surprise.
Circuit City is currently 3D printing an army. They're going to be expanding.
What's a 3D printer?
It's basically like this thing that can make toys. So they have a device, a machine, that can replicate toys. And they come to life, and they work for them.
It's like
So
they
the
have a
numbers-
factory for making more of themselves.
So their numbers are constantly expanding. And same with the animals in the food court, and the dolls are also always getting new recruits. These factions are termites. They are parasites, and they are growing and feeding on the people of the mall. And eventually, they'll come clear this place out and make more room for more 3D printers to print more of them. And you can karate chop in here with your kung fu grip until that happens. Or you can use what you've learned here to help us and help everybody. It's up to you.
He looks and he says, "You speak for this group?"
I speak for myself.
Who leads you?
We're a posse.
Pretty tight one at that.
We're all equals.
Yeah, we're kind of a collective.
And that's exactly what we're trying to declare, too. We don't want a king. We don't want an emperor. We don't want a mayor. We want anarchy. Wild West.
He nods. He says, "I still need to test your strength. If you can complete my challenge, then we'll fight by your side."
Sounds good.
You're the one that's speaking for them, or has at least chosen to speak for them in this instance. So it is you who will have to complete this challenge. Do you accept?
Well, I'm pretty fine with words, but Wes here is the one who's fine with his hands and with his pistol.
Whoa.
Do you mind if he takes my place?
He looks at Wes and he's like, "It won't be guns that you'll be using here. It will be your fists."
I don't know, Joe. I'm pretty wild with my rifle here, but my fists don't do the talking too often.
You've been in a tavern brawl or two.
Well, yeah, tavern brawl, but not a glorious challenge to win over the favor of our dear compatriots here.
What
Russ is
brand
gonna
of
come up with a headband and a white tank top and a stool. He's gonna get up on the stool, throw the towel over his shoulders, and start rubbing his shoulders. But you got this, champ. I believe in you. I'm gonna
You're the best fister in this tight posse.
inspire some aggression.
I don't think you had to roll
Alright.
for that. Inspire aggression's just it gives them. Where are you? Where are you?
Eat flarp and fart. Disenfranchise Pikachu.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they gain an asset on their might base attack rolls for 1 minute.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just like pumping them up.
Yes, I send you with my blessing too.
I'm feeling pretty wild. I'm feeling gross. Gross. I'm feeling pretty wild, though. I think I could take it.
Take the towel and start fanning the air. God damn!
Wes slams a shot glass of tequila. Smashes it.
All right, smell that blessing.
He leads you outside to what appears to be a rack with, it looks like panes of glass, but they're thicker and thicker. Like it's a thin one, and then a thicker one, and then a thicker one, and a thicker one, and then one that's as thick as like a large lens. To your side, to your guys, would be like a thick wall of glass.
Okay.
He says, the challenge is simple. Get through at least 4 panes of glass, and I will accept that you are strong enough for us to fight alongside you. Get through
All right.
all 5 panes of glass, and I may even throw in something extra.
All right. I just got to punch through 4 to get you on our side, then?
That's right.
All right. I'm feeling pretty wild now. Let's do it.
When you're rolling this, make sure that you give yourself an asset.
Okay. 1 or 2?
1.
Just
this
1.
is kind of stupid, but I have an ability that needs me to attack. So can I shoot in the air and then use my attack flourish to give him an asset on his next task?
Well, I think I have an asset for the next minute, right? From like 2 different Inspire Aggressions.
Oh wait, Flarp also used Inspire Aggression there?
Yeah.
Then it is 2 assets, yeah.
Oh, wait.
And that's a max,
It,
right?
I didn't do that.
no, he didn't do that. Okay, never mind.
No?
No, he just farted.
Oh, he just farted. Okay.
The blessing. Yeah, shit himself.
Oh,
The
okay.
blessing.
That's where I got confused.
Yeah, so I want to like shoot in the air.
I'll let you give him the asset there, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could probably aid him too. I have I have that. I could basically like use a mind bullet on the glass while at the same time he's punching it. I don't know if they'd even notice.
Well, I think I can only go up to 2 assets.
We'll do 2 assets, and I mean, if you're using that ability, I think it would be something that they wouldn't be able to see. So we'll also ease the task by 1.
Okay, so 2 assets and 1 level of effort.
No. You should see. You're going to see difficulty modifier at the bottom. Additional modifiers. Difficulty modifier. Put eased by 1.
Okay.
And then 2 assets, and then whatever effort you're putting in.
I'll save the effort for now. I only get 1 of those, right?
You can only apply 1 level of effort right now, but you can do it more than
Per
once.
roll, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
That comes back
Okay.
every roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each effort costs 3 points in the pool that you're rolling.
Okay. I'll save it for this first one then. Wes takes his bandana off his neck and wraps it around his right fist, and then goes for the punch.
Beats difficulty 4. Yeah, you punch and you watch as you like. Even surprisingly to you, you get through like first one no problem, second one no problem. You feel that resistance from the third one, and once you hit the 4th one, your hand hurts, but you watch as it busts through. You punch through to the last glass, and you see that there's a little crack, but it does not break.
Oh, okay. I see.
Kiryu,
Do I get to go again, or no?
No, not
Okay.
unless you want to spend an experience to try and reroll.
No. I think I'll take what I can get.
Okay. Kiryu looks and says, "Wow, quite a lot of power from you indeed." Claps you on the back. He says, "All right. Especially being a friend of Flarp, we're happy to fight alongside you. When you need us, come get us, call out to us, whatever you need to do, and we will come to your side."
Sounds good. And I handshake him.
Yeah, he does like the full arm clasp handshake with you.
We'll see you soon then.
Flarp's gonna pull out his cell phone and be like, all right, so what's your number?
Yeah, Flarp's gonna come up. Flarp. Ross is gonna come up with 2 suits and like, yeah, when you come up and help us, make sure you're wearing these. Thank you.
Huh? Okay.
I gave him what he's wearing in that picture I posted. The sheriff outfit.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're part of the posse now. You know, you gotta look the part.
With that, you've completed your first neutral zone.
Oh.
You can go ahead and everybody gets 5 reputation, so you can change your rep from 0 out of 100 to 5 out of 100.
I'm a god.
And he will give you like a little whatever their stash of money was, the little bits and bobs that they've collected off of people and stuff like that. And it will equal out to 10 bits each.
Nice.
A Kirby. It's wonderful. Moving to the entrance of the neutral zone, he says, if this is a war of territories, then you can consider this territory yours. And he reels a fist back and punches so hard that it smashes out the glass so that there is a clear entrance for you guys to leave.
All right. Guess we got our base camp set up now, boys.
So do we watch the military base for a while?
Yeah, we can sit here and watch them for a bit.
Yes, observe them.
So you guys kind of like camp out within the entrance. Some of the people who were gambling, the glass like smashes out at them. You watch some of them get hurt horribly. As they just start like just screaming and running from this like glass or like that just shoots out. You kind of like come out victorious, and these people see you coming out. You see that kind of like exchange of money like normal, except it's a bunch of people paying one person this time, who's the only person to bet in your favor. And as you come out, Kiryu comes out and says, "The spot belongs to them. Clear out now, or else you'll have to deal with us." And then you see Majima pop up behind him, and then a couple of like littles behind him, like who are like getting into fighting stances, and like a couple of the toys are behind them, and like this small army is kind of like crowding at the entrance behind you.
Yeah, that's right. Recognize.
Actually, I think with you guys conquering your first neutral zone, why don't we take a little 5-ish minute break?
We
Painful.
I'm back.
I'm back as well.
Is anybody else back?
I am posting a Facebook Marketplace listing on my phone, but I'm otherwise here.
Okay.
Probably.
I'm here. I'm just smoking out the window.
Baba Boy is smoking out the window. Singing, how could you do this to me? Oh, Silk Sonic, so good. So we're just waiting on Count and Joda? I think those are yours. I did not expect us to get here so quickly. I can't believe you guys already cleared your first neutral zone. That was a good one. That was a good roll.
Yeah, that was cool.
There's a couple of nostalgic ones in there. Like little season 2 references.
Ooh. Season 2 is the one that I played in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you got your first group of allies, which is really cool.
And our first claimed territory, too.
And your first claim territory, which I did not think was going to happen so soon.
Feels good.
And first PvP conflict.
We also had first PvP conflict, which was incredible.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
We convinced them by saying that laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group in any given nation. It's really just a promise of violence that's enacted, and the police are basically an occupying army.
Exactly what Joe said.
What he said.
You heard him.
Sounds smart to me.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, as things go.
Pretty soon this will all be the Wild West. Or martial law, depending on how things go.
I can't wait for you guys to start filling out more spots on this map. It looks like a lot. Kev was like, he commented, he's like, there's enough there for a whole campaign. And I was like, it is kind of a whole campaign. It's just smaller. It's not going to be like 60 sessions like fucking Hijinks was, because we want to get to the end of it. But, like, there's enough here for you guys to be able to flesh out a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots.
Returned.
Welcome back. We're just waiting on Joda?
Shoot Flarvicus's mobility tire.
Allies don't even know how to work guns properly. How are you gonna fucking shoot anything?
What, I'm just fanning the hammer on my lever action. Leave me alone.
Yeah, go ahead. Put your fucking clip in.
Okay, come on. Let's grow up here, guys.
I just feel bad because I roasted Count so hard for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
I went
I'm not
in.
gonna lie. I'm that guy at work that someone goes, "You got a clip for this gun?" I'm like, "Nope." And it's right, literally the magazine for it's right behind me. You called the wrong thing. Fuck you.
You're basically a horse girl.
I mean,
That's crazy.
With
isn't
way
Gun
cooler
Dude?
items though.
Yeah, Gun
I don't
Dude's
know.
like complete.
Horses are cool.
Horses are cool.
Yeah.
Not when they're taken to the extreme.
What, you mean they don't like to get wild?
Oh, I've known a few horse girls in my time that got pretty wild.
Oh, I love you, Diego.
uh,
So you guys camp out in this newly acquired territory. Majima and Kiryu go back to kind of like training their little dojo squad. How long do you guys wait?
I think Wes is kind of just scrolling on his smartphone right now. He's not really the perceptive type.
I don't know if Wes would have a smartphone.
Oh, he does.
He
Did
does.
we get smartphones?
Oh, he has a smartphone.
He has a full-size smartphone.
Yeah. I guess.
Technically, Flarp does too.
What? When do we get phones?
It's literally one of my starting items is
Yeah.
a smartphone.
That's great. Same.
I got
mean,
some duct
wait.
tape.
They could have been like 3D printed or something.
That's true. Yeah, like the mall has been made to accommodate smaller things. I guess you'd have like a within like a local cell network which would work like with the mall denizens, but you wouldn't be able to get a signal outside.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Actually, I retcon what I said. I'm actually trained in perception, so I'm just gonna be watching for however long we do.
I mean, you guys, it doesn't matter how long you guys wait for. Nobody comes out. That door never opens. You see a couple people pass by and kind of stop in front of the door, but then just keep walking. But at no point do you ever see anybody come out.
Okay. Well, we've been waiting a while. Fuck it. Let's go start kicking doors down.
I'm down.
I don't even think that we should try to dress like the lawmen. It doesn't look like they have any connection to them anyway. We should just go in there and tell them that we're the new bosses in town. And that we're going to declare anarchy. That every place will be for itself. And if they don't like it, we get wild.
I can get wild.
Is that okay with you, Mr. Potato Head?
Now, when you say you're smoking Joe, are you smoking crack? Why would you go and do that? Why would you just tell them that you're going to cause chaos and disruption?
Oh no, we're not. We're not going to cause chaos and disruption. Once people are individuals, nobody will be oppressed and everybody will be free. There'll be less chaos and oppression. We have two warring factions right now, one of which is building an army for the sole purpose of death and destruction. How is my way crazy?
Then why would you want to go stir in the beehive?
I don't. I want to save the beehive.
Tell like everybody's going to be in chaos?
No, this is worse. You don't think when the dollhouse moves in on Circuit City that there's not going to be chaos? The whole mall's going to burn. All the toys are going to die. Entire storefronts wiped out. Our way, it's every store for themselves. There might be minor squabbles, but when you give the individuals power, then the individuals have the power to not fuck with each other.
And then maybe we should keep that on a need-to-know basis before the toys go out here for every toy for themselves, you know?
Then what do you
We are the
suggest
only
we tell
ones
them?
who know what you just said. Except what you just said 2 seconds ago. Walk in there, start blasting them. We don't even have to say anything.
Oh, so we should just kill them all.
It's kind of immoral and unjust, but I mean, I'm getting paid bits, so.
I need to make a different color for you guys owning stuff because it's going to confuse me.
All I'm saying is, what if one of the guys got a radio or something to call out? Oh, we're being attacked.
Like-
Or...
So are we going to do that for every store, Mr. Potato Head? Are we just going to go into every single store and then kill every toy in the mall?
When you ask your compadre over there, Wild West, that's what he seems to be wanting to do.
I never said I wanted to kill them all. I'm just here to do some wild shit when plans backfire.
We should go into the Sigma military base, see where they stand. And if we need to, we'll blast them. It's good to know that you'll get Wild 2 there, Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, I'm
I feel
down
like
to
we
get
went from
wild.
good plan to absolutely batshit insane.
What's batshit insane?
You hear
We
Kiryu
went
from behind all of you
we
go,
went from
all of that.
scope to look at, make sure what their trades are, all of the things, to we just walk in, and if they, if we feel sketchy, we just start blasting a military base.
It was a military base. Do you know what it is now?
Fenced up with a metal fence. Does anybody know what's in there now?
There are a bunch of goody two-shoes that made a deal with Johnny Law. So, the plan is, we go in there as lawmen, we see what's up, and we cause some havoc. Then we leave. Wild West escapes on Doulahan. Then we come back as us. And we say, hey, those lawmen really suck. And then they're like, yeah, they do really suck. They just attacked us. And then they're on our side. Now, what's crazy about that, son? Is it the dressing up like lawmen part?
Putting yourself in danger.
Yeah.
Going in there with what you can already see from here is a giant fence which keeps things in and keeps things out. If they get one chance to close that, we're fucked.
Interesting point. Interesting point. We should get explosives.
Going to get explosives from?
Hmm.
How strong explosives do we need to break gate?
I was thinking about breaking the wall. Or maybe we could find an alternative way in, perhaps from above? Because you're right, they could trap us in there and then we would be fucked if we do want to just cause havoc and leave.
We need guarantee. If we're going to cause havoc, we need guarantee. If we find alternative way, we can just make delivery. Or watch for the delivery from other places.
We've been watching a
See
while.
what comes in.
There's nothing going in or out.
Now, but we can continue to work on other things. There's plenty of other stores here. It doesn't have to be the first one.
Yeah, but the idea is if we tap them, they're in an alliance with Johnny Law. And Johnny Law is the guy I'm gonna kill and take his place. So
Of course, no problem.
these other stores, well, getting Club Jazz on our side would probably be beneficial. The Sigma military base might not like us going around, and if you know what I mean.
I mean, we're just going around asking them to not interfere. It's not like we need anything to stay. If you see us, stay over there. They're not taking our side. They're just staying in their own lane. We could go around to the other stores as well.
What's your suggestion? Which store? Why?
I mean, anything really. If we have to wait until we see an appropriate opportunity for military base and for retro railway, we can go over to the other side of retro railway, secure both sides. We can move across the way. We can go further down, see what is happening over there. It's been a long time since I've been in here. Get a lay of things, see who is doing what and where they sit with their allegiances.
Sure, pick a direction.
I mean, we can split up. You guys go look around and
Splitting up
I
is
think
never a
it's-
good idea.
That's true.
Now that we're here, we can ask them, and not Rasputin will point at the karate toys, to keep eye on supply trains, and we can continue scouting elsewhere. We can go back down to the the abandoned store by the Sigma military base. I don't know, abandoned stores across the way.
There are no supply lines. There's nothing going in or out of those doors.
Right now.
Ever. Like that, they keep that shit locked up tight. So maybe we should find an alternative way in. Because the Sigma military base is like what we've been targeting. If you want to switch the target, I'm all ears. But you're kind of saying that we should just go wander around and see what's where and who's what. But like, pick a place. Where do you want to start this endeavor? Because I'd like to start it at Sigma military base. Because they're allies with Johnny Law. And I want to get them taken care of before we fuck with Johnny Law. Like, you think the Pretzel King could help us? I've heard great things about those pretzels.
They are pretty wild.
No, they're salty and delicious.
It's the closest source of food to this area. It very well could help.
We're toys. I'm pretty sure most of these places are just filled with toys, but we could go check it out. Whatever you'd like.
I mean, listen, if you think you're right, you think you're right. Like, go ahead. I'm just here to provide insight.
Well, by all means.
We can go for a walk. We can see what's up there. If we come back, nothing's there, then it's fine.
By all means, my beard,
okay.
trying to point in a direction.
I don't know. I'll point at Pretzel, I guess.
The place that I said.
Yeah. Why
Okay,
not?
let's
It's a
go to
good
the
place to
fucking.
start.
Let's go to the fucking pretzel place then.
It's not stomping our way into a military base. It's a lot smarter to go to a pretzel place than military.
Sure.
Alright, lead the way. I don't know where it is.
So the plan is to go to the domain of the Pretzel King? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Is that
so.
what I'm hearing?
I think that's it. Yeah, it's not to fucking walk face first into the Sigma military base. So yeah, anything else is fine.
Okay. So moving down that way, you pass by another neutral zone. You pass by Roger's speed track and Nityaspar. This is where your brain fires on all cylinders because the flash that you had of the racetrack that they were racing on is identical to the one that you're seeing in Roger's speed track. Roger's speed track used to be a Good Life Fitness, and all of those treadmills have been turned into a racetrack that these little Mario Kart carts are racing on. And you see that a bunch of different groups are racing.
Okay. With us passing that first neutral zone, do I see anything within that neutral zone? The first one was beneficial, so I am very curious of the neutral zones now.
Once again, this neutral zone, you're not quite sure what the shop would have been. It just looks like one of the stores, the vacant stores, is like kind of caved in and collapsed, and is like kind of just like it's random stuff. You're not sure. You're not really sure
so
what a neutral zone is until you go inside.
Okay. All right, and then rolling up to this, I will notice and I'm gonna turn to I'm gonna see everything that's going on there. I'm gonna turn to Smoking Joe with my mouth agape and be like, and go to speak, and then just stop and be like, well. And I will just continue to follow. But I'm gonna try and take notes of what's in there.
Yeah. If you've ever seen one of those fitness places, you see that front desk that it has kind of been transformed with steps so that multiple people can use them to sit as stands. You see that there are several different you see the City Walk wontons are there, or at least some of them. Some of the Sushi Village sashimis are there. Some of the Lens Crafter visions are there. And some of the Hakim optical frames are there. And it looks like they're having an actual circuit race. You see that there are a separate set of stands where people are once again engaging in betting. And there's a special area for the announcer. It looks like there's the announcer. There is somebody kind of standing in a hoisted spot that overlooks the track. There's one person who you recognize now. There's a sign of the same person that appears to be 3D printed and painted, and that appears to be Roger. It is Roger's speed track, so it appears to be the owner who kind of overlooks everything, kind of like an overboss. And you can see that there's pit crews on the inside that are ready to work on the carts.
I'll kind of quietly slide in near Wes, hey, that's the place that I seen. You're certain that you've never been there?
think so.
It's close enough that I'd say it's a possibility that you could have gone there. I'm gonna leave it completely up to you and Smoke and Joe whether you've ever been there or gambled there.
Then I guess the question would be a little more pointed at, like, you've never raced there, like, in a cart as a racer.
I think me and Joe gambled there a few times, but never behind the seat.
Interesting.
What's wrong? Afraid to go fast?
I seen you and him in a car crash, or get hit by something, or I don't know if somebody slammed into you. It wasn't super clear, but for sure it was you two inside of a car. So, and then I'm just gonna go like into like a quiet ponder, and like as we continue towards.
You seem like a man of nonsense. In ill direction. We could. I've never been on these tracks in my life. I don't know what you're talking about or why this is relevant in any way, shape, or form. But let's go to the domain of the Pretzel King. Because did you like see that too? Is this also some kind of bearded ukum bukum?
I'm just like red line mumbling to myself, like drawing lines in front of me, like just completely lost in my own thoughts. If they've never been there, then this is here and that goes there.
I'm just gonna like fall back to Pikachu and be like, are you cool with following this guy?
Pikachu is asleep? Or muted?
Oh, he's having issues.
I'm having some tech issues. Sorry, can you repeat that?
I would just fall back and ask if we should be following how do you say that? Netsupar?
Nitsuspar.
Nitsuspar.
Or Nitsuspar.
Yeah, it's just not Rasputin
Nitsu-
for copyright issues,
Nitsuspar.
obviously.
I don't have a problem with it until he shows a way to fuck up.
All right. Onwards.
And is it copyright? He's a public domain character. He's a real person too.
No, it's he could have fully used Rasputin if he wanted to.
Take that, Don.
Yeah, I'm like a knockoff toy, like.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Chinese Wii's you get.
You're a toy? I thought you were a little person. This whole time I thought you were
I'm
the
like-
only little.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, sure. But like, I'm like supposed to be like a knockoff, like action figure,
Oh,
like inspired.
that-
Which means that like, sure, I could have seen a video at the thing and like completely based my entire life on that. Like, oh, that looks like me. That's me.
That's me.
That's a me.
But like, whatever way that it ends up being, like, I think that I'm Rasputin,
Yeah.
but like, I'm not.
But he's not.
He's just a toy.
So you continue on past Panda Express. That seems pretty busy. There's a lot of people inside eating. Along with like animals too. Like you'll see like sentient like rat folk, and squirrels and stuff like that kind of roaming around as well. Finally, you get to the domain of the Pretzel King. You see that like the entire shop has been, whatever it was gutted, and the like core components were kept, but it looks like a castle of stale pretzels was built around the structure to replace the walls of the building. Um, and at the front gate are two rats with little plastic spears and wearing like kind of like tinfoil armor and like salt shakers and pepper shaker like lids as hats. That kind of like hold spears to you and say, "What business do you have in the domain of the Pretzel King?"
Joe, you
Oh,
taking the lead here?
Absolutely not. I push Nesbit forward. I believe my associate here had some words to exchange with you.
One like kind of like points its plastic spear.
Is the domain closed for visitors,
Nobody
or is it required business?
Nobody visits the domain of the Pretzel King. The Pretzel King either calls for you or calls for your head.
Let's not get too wild here, fellas.
I'm gonna just lean into sorry, I really want to say your name right, but it's hard. Nitups are. Do you want to see the Pretzel King?
I mean, do we not want to see the Pretzel King? It was your idea to come here.
I punch you in the throat as hard as I can. No, I don't, but I just go. I just shake my head. This
You're
one's
the
on
one
you.
that said this was the best spot.
I never
I don't know.
said.
I figured you would have known we can't enter. You're the one that lives here. I live out there, outside, away from all this shit. And I don't know the politics. This is you.
Fuck, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure 5 minutes ago he said Sigma was the spot he wanted to go, but
No, Sigma was not the spot that we wanted to go.
Yeah, this was your idea. Nose
I-
fart onto.
we have an invitation.
I said no. I said no to Sigma. Sigma's stupid right now.
We have an invitation from the fucking Pretzel King. He invited us here. Sent it to us formally, word of mouth. We had a rat guard.
And where is your invitee?
right here, I'm gonna pull out a piece of trash and I'm gonna use my ability. Signed by the official high decree family of the Rat King himself. Point right there, just scribbled nonsense.
Spin identity. I need to know how this is
Wow.
worded.
Like, this is the rat ambassador here. I'm gonna point at. It's bizarre.
I'm just calling him Nippy.
Yeah, Representative Nippy here.
His name is Nose Fart Atu.
Oh man.
It was your idea to come here. I hate you, Jordan.
You guys literally argued for 10 minutes and you get there with one fucking idea. I'm like, what the heck?
Russet, I'm gonna offer
It's
you a
bugs.
GM intrusion here.
Ooh. It's a trap.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. It was your idea to come here. You fuck.
Give the XP
You
to
suggested the
Pikachu.
place.
So, you go to like use your spin identity, and you start kind of like weaving this story with them, and they look and they kind of nod and say, "Could be that he sent word with somebody, but regardless, you are still without your rat attendant."
Oh, he died.
Then we cannot grant you access to the domain of the Pretzel King. A rat attendant must be with you.
Or did I say
I see.
died? I meant
Do
he
I
got-
not look like a rat to you?
He got fried. Hold on, we'll go get him. We'll be right back.
How many guards are there?
There are two like buff-looking guards at the front right now.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll just go get him. He was just getting stoned. And potato.
What's up, Mr. Smoking?
Can you make Pikachu look like a rat? Like he already
Yeah,
kind
he
of
does.
does. But can you like make him look like one of those rats?
I'm gonna grab him by the fluff and pull him behind Slarp's scooter. I'm gonna start
Wait,
looking in my bag.
What are you doing back there?
Maybe we'll just dip into like Panda Express to disguise up.
I got this.
Yeah. There's also on the other side Taco Bell, which is still a restaurant but has also been converted into a church that worships food.
My kind of church? Hell yeah, dude.
I don't like to fuck with that chihuahua, though. He's savage.
You
The,
did what with the Chihuahua?
the Chihuahua is actually the one that gives the sermons. All you hear
Are you
is
supposed
just
Chihuahua?
all you just hear is an echo of "Yo quiero Taco Bell."
The Church of Living Moss.
The Church of Living Moss. I love that.
I used to live moss once upon a time.
That's the new name. I'm sorry. That's wonderful. And Joda, put an experience on your character sheet. You just tickled my jellies.
Hey, yo.
Ooh, boo.
Oh yeah.
You know we have to pay extra for that kind of action, Cotton.
With that outfit I used, could I fashion Pikachu into a rat? Or roll something for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna need it to be a roll.
Can I give him an asset because I have a intelligence power shift and know how to like craft and science?
Sure.
It was your idea. That's gonna have me fucked up for like months.
That's tough.
Just say the word Nosferatu and I can make him think it was his idea.
Difficulty 3, you can make Pikachu look like a pretty decent looking rat. But it's hard not to make him look like a stuffed toy. There's as like, dark and weird as like some rats' eyes look, like Pikachu's eyes look dead because he's a toy. There's only so much that you can emulate life for him.
It's okay, I can talk my way out of it. I've got what they call a social inability. I'm sure that'll help.
Maybe we find one of these living critters to turn into a rat. Or they're rats at Panda Express.
Look,
Yeah,
if they
can
have
we-
a problem, I'll just tell them they don't have the levels to control me or the badges. It'll be fine.
And if things go south, I can get a little wild if I have to.
Yes.
How is this better than the... It's fine. Yeah, everything's fine.
Somebody with a rat attendant, or it looks like 2 or 3 of what would be these rat attendants. It's these rats that they're cloaked. You see them walk up ahead of you, talk to the guards, and walk inside. And you saw that they came from the east.
You know, this would probably work better if we had a cloak.
Isn't this what I suggested we do?
Look, I'm sorry. I have a cold.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's-
didn't you say do this over at the Sigma base?
Sigma base is closed. Completely. There's nobody to let us in.
Okay. So, are we going to try with our Ratachu, or should we try to get a rat from Panda Express to help us?
I think
Or-
we're good with Ratachu.
What
I'm
if
confident.
we? Okay, fuck it. Let's see how it goes. Then. Fuck it.
Nothing
Alright.
good can come of this.
Fine.
Oh my god.
That's one of the fundamentals for a tight posse. Gotta
Oh.
stay together.
Gonna get real wild real quick. I can feel it in my bones.
So, oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, so because you have the convinced, oh, you guys got me fucked up.
What is here happening?
Okay. So, because of Russet's spin identity, what I'm going to need from you, disenfranchised Ratachu, you have an inability to socially.
I have inability social.
Okay,
That's
so
wrong.
I need you to roll social. You're going to get an asset.
Just a,
uh,
oh no, it's back.
From the spin identity.
All right, I'm just making sure it's properly like.
And sorry, you'll get a second asset from your disguise.
All right, so I just put 2 assets on the roll all-in-one roller.
Yeah. When you click
Alright.
when you click roll, you'll see assets. You can just put 2 assets on it.
Oh yeah, big money.
What do you walk up and say to these rats to try and convince them?
Yo, pika pika, motherfucker, let my friends in.
But they both point their spears at you and say, "We watched him stick the fur to you."
Are you sure you just don't have enough badges for me?
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't.
He stepped behind you. You're not.
No,
I
you
mean,
didn't.
you're large, but you're not that large. They stepped behind you, and,
Thank you.
and we watched as for the next 10 minutes you just glued fur to him and said, all laughed at him, calling him Ratachu.
No, you didn't.
Nope, totally didn't. You didn't say nothing. Anyway, can you help us?
Place lit by gaslights.
No, go away.
Are you gaslighting me, sir?
You're denying one of the old
Are you
rats
trying-
of the kingdom?
Are you trying to rat-splain me?
All right, I'm good for the session with that reaction. I'm gonna look at them and like, I'm gonna just pull out my blunt, which has like hair stuck to it now. And I'm gonna try to blow it in their face, but I'm gonna fail because of like the hair and everything. It's kind of like if there's a seed packed and they'll start coughing violently and walk away.
Yeah, you like smoke some of the hair.
Yeah. My attempt to look cool is completely dashed, and I just like kind of skulk away.
Oh, the other rat looks at he's like 3 times our size. Like, he's clearly not a real being. He's clearly a stuffed animal. He might
No,
as
he's
well
a
be a
rat.
townie.
He's not a real being. Of course he's real. He's right there.
Yeah.
They just kind of shake their heads at each other and just like stand back at attention.
You got a Panda Express right next door. Of course, it's going to be 3 times the size. And you guys see the old pretzel stuff over there? All right, looks like we're back to square one.
Oh Jesus! Where are you going? What are you doing? You guys are just kind of like standing outside the gate of this pretzel castle.
Pikachu smoking the blunt.
I guess I'll ask the party if they want me and Wes to try to intimidate our way to the Pretzel King.
I'm not to just go. I don't even know why we're here.
I don't know why we're here either.
What do you mean? This was your idea.
I shoot him in the leg.
Like, we kind of just started walking down nowhere.
You fucking picked this place.
Oh, come on now.
You
Mr.
said, let's go
Smoking.
to the Pretzel King.
You don't gotta shoot him now.
I cannot wait to listen to the recap.
There's already been enough violence with Mr. Wild and Mr. Flarp today.
What are
I mean-
you talking about?
Nothing.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Absolutely nothing.
Like,
Wes narrows his eyes. Alright. Alright. Alright, where are we going now?
how about Sigma military base?
Fine idea, Joe. Why didn't you say that before?
I leave
Listen,
the party.
we came here on your idea. I don't think that's going to be a good idea to go there on your idea again. Anybody else?
Joe just leaves the party.
Gives Wild West a hug and then leaves.
I think you've been voted off the island.
He just wills himself out of existence.
Oh.
Oh my
You're
god.
the weakest link. Goodbye.
Smoking Joe gets raptured.
just the cowboy outfits left. Oh fuck.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson just walks by and picks you up and puts you in his pocket. You're coming with me, little guy. It's only because he mistakes you for Kevin Hart.
Oh.
I mean,
I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up for tonight. As you'll probably want to strategize a little more before next week. Jesus Christ. My face hurts.
My brain and my penis hurts.
Oh.
What?
It's just gonna be an infinite loop of us trying to get into the Sigma place and we're not gonna get in.
Oh. Tomorrow is Lost Minds of Fandelver over on Kerbathi's channel. Go check him out. Just do it. Just do it. If you haven't seen it yet, you should. We don't have a Friday game yet. We don't have a Saturday game, and I don't think Cleaning Crew is coming back. I just received a message that makes me believe that Cleaning Crew is not coming back, or I'm gonna have to reboot it. We'll see. But Sunday, it's in June. Sundays we're gonna be starting the Oops All Bards campaign, Frost Maiden, Rhymes of the Frost Maiden. So that'll be fun. If you're watching this video in the future, then there's probably already a session video up for that campaign. So check that out. Anybody else have anything to plug? Monday game. The highest high seas.
Yeah, the highest high seas has now concluded. They talked to the angels of Sarah. One player realized they were a planeswalker, and like he's been on a quest for revenge, and the angels were like, "Hey, stop your quest of revenge and come join us." And I really thought Buddha would just say like, "No, fuck you, I'm an edgelord, I'm out of here." But he was actually like, "No, I'll stay with you and retire my character and go live with the angels."
Oh wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so now we're back to the land of the lost Corsair.
nice. Back to pirate booties. Well, yeah, that's it. I'm sure more campaigns and stuff are coming. More random streams are coming. Hopefully more like group party streams are coming, because that was a lot of fun on Sunday. But for now, that's it. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. Love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players.